Welcome to part 2 of integration by parts. Last time we integrated x times e to the 3x and showed you that if we had chosen x dx to be dv, the integral got harder. Is the choice completely random? Luckily, the answer is no. So here's a tip. We always choose dv to be the hardest part we know how to integrate. In this lesson, we'll do these two examples. Let's take a look at the integral of x times sine 4x dx. Use the tip. Pick dv to be the hardest part we know how to integrate. So would you pick x dx or would you pick sine 4x dx? I think you all know we're going to pick sine 4x dx to be our dv. That means the leftover part, x, is our u. Now we could find du and v. du equals to dx. And what is v? Instead of integrating sine 4x, I prefer to find the function whose derivative is sine 4x. Right away I would write down cosine 4x, but differentiating cosine gives a negative sign, so we'll have to put a minus sign in front. And it also gives us a 4 when we differentiate the 4x. That means we need 1/4 outside. See that? Let's check that. dv is negative 1/4. Differentiate cosine 4x, you get negative sine 4x times 4. So that's right. So the given integral is now equal to uv minus the integral of v du. So let's find u times v. Write the negative 1/4 in front of the x and then cosine 4x minus the integral of v du. Save ourselves work, simplify right away. Pull out the negative 1/4, we get plus 1/4 the integral of cosine 4x dx. Once again, I think it's easier to think of a function whose derivative is cosine 4x. So right away you get sine 4x, the derivative is positive cosine x, times a 4. That means we need 1/4 out front. Remember, we can always check our answers by differentiating. To differentiate the first term, we need the product rule. I'm going to keep out the negative 1/4 and apply the product rule to x cosine 4x. Copy the first factor, differentiate the second. It gives us negative 4 sine 4x. Copy the second, differentiate the first, we get 1. Now the second term. Differentiate sine 4x, we get cosine 4x times 4. Distribute the negative 1/4 back in, we get positive x sine 4x minus 1/4 cosine 4x plus 1/4 cosine 4x. Looking good, those cancel. And we do get x times sine 4x. That was the integrand, so we know we did the problem right. Let's look at the next example. The integral of x log x dx. Alright, remember the tip. Pick dv to be the hardest part we know how to integrate. So is dv x dx or is dv log x dx? Do we know how to integrate log x? I think up to now the answer is no. We know how to differentiate log x. The derivative of log x is 1 over x. But up to now we never integrated log x. So that means in this problem we choose dv to be x dx and u to be log x. Continuing, we find du is the derivative of log x times dx, 1 over x dx, and v is 1/2 x squared. So the given integral is now equal to uv minus the integral of v du. uv is 1/2 x squared log x minus v du. Pull out the 1/2. What do we have? We have 1 over x times x squared, which is just plain x. See you next time. Bye.